I'm very pleased to be attending the Euro Area Summit today. Myself and the President of the ECB will be briefing the heads of government on recent economic developments. The three messages that I will be giving are firstly, that despite the huge challenges that we have faced in 2022, the Euro area in the face of those challenges showed its resilience. It grew by over 3%, and while we expect a lower rate of economic growth for this year, we still expect the Euro area to grow. All that being said, recent developments that have taken place in financial markets and in banks across the world remind us of the need to be ever vigilant and to continue to monitor risks as they develop. Which will lead on to my second message, which is that in the face of these changes, budgetary policy within the Euro area has to remain coordinated, but it also has to change. The Eurogroup has now, on two occasions in recent months, acknowledged that as we are now in an atmosphere of inflation remaining high and the cost of borrowing going up, that our budgetary policies for this year and next year do need to slowly change. We do need to maintain support for our societies, particularly for the most vulnerable, but we strongly acknowledge that measures that increase demand within our economies and permanently increase borrowing will no longer be warranted in the face of change that is taking place. And then finally, I'll be emphasising again the need for steady progress with regard to banking union. Last summer, the Eurogroup reached agreement on further steps forward on banking union. Now is the time to implement those agreements. I expect and look forward to the Commission bringing forward proposals soon that will look to implement the agreements that we made regarding how we can strengthen deposit guarantee schemes in the face of any change that could happen. And we must, when those Commission proposals are brought forward, act upon them and bring them to final agreement in the time ahead. But it's also equally important that we continue to implement agreements that have been in place for some time. And it is why it is so important that we go ahead with the full ratification of the reform of the European Stability Mechanism to ensure that the Single Resolution Fund has the kind of support that the European Union has already agreed it should have. So a lot of change taking place at the moment, but in the face of all of that change, I do believe we can make the case that the Euro and the Euro area is showing its resilience. And while the year ahead, of course, will be a year with many challenges within it, all of our forecasts at the moment continue to point to record levels of employment and also point to growth. Acknowledging the growth is low, but growth in the world that we're in at the moment is important and will make a difference.
How big is the risk of banking union? Should the ministers treat this subject with utmost emergency?
Pardon me?
Should the ministers treat the issue of finishing the banking union with their utmost